Hello folks, and welcome back to another Wise Game video. Well, finally Shadowlands for World of Warcraft finally arrived. In today's video we're going to be taking a closer look at what's actually involved now when it comes to opening up your flying, so you can use flying mounts in Shadowlands, and also ground mounts, any kind of changes when it comes to the actual training side, when it comes to Shadowlands, and the riding system, and even a little peek at any changes that happen to the Druid flying form, plus more. So let's get started with the riding system for Shadowlands. So first on the list is riding and flying skill levels in Shadowlands. Now here we have a chart. It's going to show you what the new changes are. So it's going to let you know the required level, the training cost, what type of mount, and the speed. Because as we know, they had to make major adjustments in Shadowlands because it's the only time that we actually went backwards in level. So to counter for that, they had to go back and make adjustments. So as we see right here, apprentice riding is a 60% increase of speed, and it's a ground mount, and the training cost is 10 silver, and it requires level 10, meaning level 10 or higher. And then next we have journeyman riding, which is 100% speed for ground mounts. The training cost is going to be 50 gold at the minimum level of 20. And then third on the list is expert riding, which the speed is 150%, and this is for flying mounts, which is going to cost you 250 gold, and the required minimum level for this is level 30. And then the last skill that we need is master riding, and the speed of this is 310%, and again it's for flying mounts. The training cost is 5,000 gold, and the minimum level for this requirement is level 40. And in-game, to check to see what your highest actual riding level is, it's going to be listed in your spell book in the very top tab, and it should be viewed on the last page. And again, it's only going to post what your highest level is for riding. And as we see right here, I have the highest, which is the master riding. Now next, artisan riding was a requirement that you needed at level 70 that used to cost 5,000 gold. This has now been removed, which is now going to save you a good heap of gold now in the game. And basically, they just didn't find it necessary to continue having this training. Now what we see here is the Shofid Chopper, which is the heirloom mount, which still works from level 1 as normal and is usable in all 1 to 10 zones, including Exile's Reach. So yes, this is still within the game. So if you're a brand new player to Shadowlands and you see somebody below level 10 riding around on a mount, that's the reason why. And this is also account bound. Next up, a bit about druids. So druids who wish to use their flight form will still need to pay for the expert riding. However, seeing that flight form is actually learned at level 24, they will not be able to use it to fly with until level 30. Next up is characters new to Shadowlands, or for those players that are below level 60 in Battle for Azeroth, who have never learned the expert riding skill, will still need to wait until Shadowlands level 30 to learn to fly. Since level 10 in Shadowlands, which is equal to a level 20 in the past expansion, Battle for Azeroth, apprentice riding, which is normal riding skill, remains pretty much the same. So now, what is some of the changes coming from Battle for Azeroth to Shadowlands when it comes to riding and flying. Let's take a look. You no longer need to earn the achievements Draenor Pathfinder or Broken Isles Pathfinder Part 1 or also Part 2 to fly now in Warlords of Draenor or Legion zones. You will automatically be able to fly in those zones upon earning Expert Riding, or if you already have a character level 25 to level 30 who already has this flight skill. You can still earn these achievements for the mounts and other perks, but again, you will no longer need this now to be able to fly in these zones any longer. Although, to be able to fly in the Battle of Azeroth zones, if you don't have the flying yet, you will still need to earn Pathfinder 1 and also Pathfinder 2. So now, what's required to fly in Shadowlands? Which is the expansion that's here now and that we are playing. Well, for one, there is no more Pathfinder when it comes to flying in Shadowlands, which means you will no longer have to gain reputations. So now what is needed in Shadowlands to actually open up your flying ability is, number one, you have to hit level 60, which is the cap level for Shadowlands, and then build yourself up with a Covenant. The Covenant system is brand new to Shadowlands, and this is what most of your game's going to be revolved around. And tied to Covenants is what we call Renown, as we see right here. So once you start establishing yourself with a Covenant, this menu will appear, and this is going to keep track of your Renown. We will not dive too deep into all about Renown in today's video, but basically, there's going to be a level in here that once you achieve that level, it should now open up flying. There is not too much information given at this time about exactly how much renown you would need to open up flying. And then a lot of things in Shadowlands is time gated. Now what this means is that you just can't farm, say for 24 hours straight and get all your renown points. They're going to cap out each week. So there's only a certain amount that you can get in a week's time. So again, we'll have to see as we progress into this whole system when it comes to Shadowlands. Next, we're going to talk a little bit about the Flight Master's Whistle. This was an item in the game that I absolutely loved. And what this item used to do is that if you had open flight path areas in that zone that you're working in, using this whistle will teleport you instantly back to those flight paths. So unfortunately, the way that Shadowlands zones are laid out, they feel like that the Flight Master's Whistle wouldn't be a good option, so they made it where it's no longer working. So you can now remove this from your bars. Last on our list today is the Maw. The Maw is a zone that we go into from time to time when it comes to leveling up our characters 50 to 60. And also for endgame dailies, etc., etc. But if you've been to the Maw, you're going to notice one thing. You cannot use any ground mounts whatsoever while in the Maw. Which is the main reason a lot of people do not really enjoy the Maw, or the Maw, because we have to do everything on foot. But, let's take a look. Come to find out, there is a couple of mounts that you could use in the Maw. As we see right here, the Soul Hunter. And how you get this mount right here is by a drop by Gorged Shadehound, who is located in the Maw. And then there is another mount that they made that you could use in the Maw also, called the Corridor Creeper. And to get this mount, you have to complete the achievement called the Twisting Corridors Layer 8, which is in Torghast. Now I also want to mention too that both of these mounts are account wide, so you shouldn't have to get them on each one of your characters. And there may be another mount that you could also use in the Maw. The Maw is one of those names that I think everybody pronounces a little bit differently, but anyways. So folks, that's basically it when it comes to your riding and your mounts and your flying now for Shadowlands. But seeing the game's only been out for about a week, a lot of things are still subject to change with future patches, fixes, so on and so forth. But as it stands right now, the information I shared in today's video is current with Shadowlands. So I hope that this information helped you guys. And as always, thanks for stopping by and checking out Wise Gamer. Don't forget to hit that sub button down below for more killer videos coming your way. Comment down below because as always, we love to hear from you. And until the next time, you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Enjoy the game. Take care. Bye-bye.